So this is really funny stuff. I was recording this video and reviewing the 3 trades that I took today, and I realized I completely read the charts wrong, and I just luck boxed my way into a winning day. So we took 3 trades today. Technically, it was 3 winning trades. At our peak, we had unrealized P&L of 1,500. I ended up letting the trades go to break even because, again, these are combines. I'm not too concerned with grabbing profit when I see an SMT come in, just because it makes passing the account harder, in my opinion. I'd rather just take break-even trades until I find my winner. And we ended up getting our winner today, but Top Step royally fucked us, and they said, hey, bud, you're too good at trading. You make too much money too fast. You need to make an extra $2,000 fucking dollars, is what Top Step said to me today. Can you believe that? So that means I got to bink a 1 to 2 tomorrow, which is fine. You know me. I'll do what I do. I should have passed these accounts today, but we didn't, which sucks. But across all 3 accounts, we technically passed on these new 350K accounts. I wanted to buy 4, but again, Top Step was fucking me. They didn't want to let me buy 4. They were like, no, you're only gonna buy 3. But our win rate, chilling. Profit factor, chilling. I mean, what more do you want me to say? My model is great. Not to be arrogant, but my model is really, really good. I love my model. But let's talk about the trades that we took today. And this is this is the first time some shit like this has ever happened. Pardon me. It's the first this is the first time anything like this has ever happened to me. I just completely read the charts wrong, and I should have taken a huge losing trade today. But I guess the gods of trading were on my side. The Lord was with me. And we ended up taking a winning trade. So we took, again, as I mentioned, 3 trades today. Where did my other 2 entries go? I don't got to do this shit again, do I? No fucking way. Hold on. I put these on here, bro. Stop fucking with me. Oh my God, I got to. Oh, bang. Okay, so we took 3 trades today. I'm kind of going to get rid of all this mumbo jumbo for now. Not every bit of it, but these can stay. I just wanted to get rid of a couple of these. Okay, so we ended up taking 3 trades today. I'll put them all up on screen really quick. The screenshot of them. I did record them just on my phone. But I'm not going to lie. I'm not in love with these trades. I really couldn't find a clear bias for the day. So normally when something like that happens, I just wait for the market to present what it wants. I wait to see how price reacts. I thought price action was really straightforward today. You can see here, this is our weekly opening range. So because of the fact that we're in premium, I'm just kind of looking for shorts. We also tapped into this 4-hour imbalance, so I thought we might find shorts, but I was like, we also might find longs. Who knows? And then going into market open, normally I like to wait for the macro to open, but I actually found a pretty good entry almost right away. Let's actually drop down into the 1 minute. So the first 2 trades I took were on ES, and they were both shorts. And then I took a long, which ended up being the winner of the day that I got super lucky on. I'm going to explain how that even happened. I kind of don't even know how it happened, but we're going to think through it together. So the first trade that we took was because of an SMT that we put in. So if we zoom out here on ES and NQ, look at these 130 highs, or not the 130. Yeah, the 130 highs. Look at these 130 highs, right? You see that? Now look at ES, right? ES takes out these 130 highs at 8:30, and then we see an inversion of a 1 minute fair value gap. We rally up a little bit and then we dump off. And if you look on NASDAQ failed to do so. I'm genuinely going to put that on a t-shirt. ES sweeps these highs, NASDAQ fails to do so. So we put in an SMT is basically what I'm getting at. I might be doing a shitty job of explaining that. But basically, we put in an SMT, and ES is the leading index. So if you look at ES here, we take out these highs here. We put in an SMT. We sweep liquidity. And then we immediately have a sell-off through this 1 minute fair value gap. We rally up a little bit, and then huge displacement move down. So I actually ended up entering this trade right here where you can see. I was looking for kind of a sniper entry, but didn't really get it. I actually spent a good amount of this trade in drawdown. And then we actually ended up putting in a bullish SMT. So that caused us to leave the position early. Holy shit, am I just off my... Was there no SMT here either? Am I just off my fucking rocker? There's no way I'm just off my rocker, right? Okay, no, I've spent so much time in front of the charts, I'm literally reading the charts wrong. I'm off the charts after I make this fucking video. I'm so fed up with this shit. But NASDAQ takes out these lows here from 750. ES fails to do so. If I was on a live account or if I was you, I would close my position the second I see this, just because this is a contradicting confluence, as I talked about in my previous video. But instead, I just moved my stop loss to break even because I really didn't care enough. If I'm not passing my combine or if I'm not hitting my profit goal in one trade on a combine, I'm not really too concerned with it. On this trade, we were risking, I believe, $600. Let me look at this one more time. We were risking $656 in order to make $1,500. So where was our take profit at? Our take profit was at $58.77. So at these lows here. Oh, this is another thing too. This is a data wick from 730 News. I thought it was going to be a really strong draw on liquidity. We actually never took out this data wick. I literally said in the video yesterday that these data wicks get filled, 80% of the time. This is happening one of those times where it didn't get filled. So again, it's something that made me want to go short. And I saw another opportunity to go short when we put in this bullish SMT. We made the move up following the SMT. We revisited these highs, right? Again, if you look at ES revisits these highs, takes them out. These are actually different highs. These are 9:30 in the evening. ES takes these highs out, and NASDAQ is very, very far from these highs. So again, another really big bearish SMT. So I was like, okay, this is where price is going to actually dump. And I caught a way better entry on this trade. I essentially, again, caught the main movement down. I could have gotten a little bit better of an entry if I entered right on the CISD. But I waited for a little bit more confirmation. I waited for this fair value gap inversion. Technically, if I would have sniped this and just waited for retracement into the CISD, I could have caught, a 5R on this trade. But I wasn't really too concerned with that. We got in right here. We were risking, I believe, 400 this trade. This trade we risked, my stops right break even, 468. So we risked 468 to make a little over 1,500. This trade, again, really simple. SMT plus liquidity sweep. I didn't really have a super high time frame bias, but we had the liquidity sweep. We had the SMT get put in. Or I guess technically we revisited these highs. But again, also do put in SMT. We have a 1 minute CISD, 1 minute IFVG, and we have a clear draw on liquidity. It just didn't end up playing out fully. Again, if I would have taken profits on this trade at the highest, this trade sat at about 1,100. So at this point, I was a little bit on tilt. I don't really get super emotional, but it definitely was in my head where I was like, damn, if I would have just taken profit exactly when I was supposed to on both trades, I would have passed the combine, which is a stupid way of thinking because how am I supposed to know when price is going to inverse until it's already inversing? So I was like, fuck it, whatever. I'll just wait for an entry. And then that was kind of when I was like, I think price just wants to go higher. Like we tapped into this 4-hour imbalance. NASDAQ barely wicked over it, showed no interest in revisiting this higher time frame fair value gap. And this is where I made like a pretty big fucking oopsie. Like I am shocked that I got away from this scot-free. So I marked out an SMT that did not happen. Like I spent probably 10 minutes the last time I tried to record this looking for the SMT that got put in. Doesn't fucking exist. There was no SMT. But I think what I marked out was something like this. Like I think I marked out NASDAQ taking out these, 9 o'clock lows and ES failing to do so with these, where is it? Because if you look here at 9 o'clock, NASDAQ or ES does take out these lows. But it looks like, I think I marked this out is what I marked out. And I was like, oh shit, we have an SMT. And then I looked on the 30-second and where are we at? I looked on the 30-second and we had a CISD. We revisited the CISD. So I entered right here, basically, was where I was looking for entries. I saw the CISD, and I was like, enough said. And we spend 0 time in drawdown. I mean, it played out as if this was my model, but there was no SMT at all. So this should have been a big fat fucking loser, but I guess I just found the higher time frame narrative at the perfect time. Because if you look here, if I'd have held this motherfucker, we'd be having generational wealth. So I mean, I somehow just bottom ticked the main move of the day for New York session. I mean, guys, if that doesn't tell you that I'm fucking goated with the sauce, I don't know what does. But that was today's trading. Hopefully tomorrow I have a really exciting video for you. You know, passing 3 combines. We should have fucking passed today. L top step in the fucking chat. All right, L top step in the chat. And I just realized I'm far too lazy to actually edit these videos. So I'll just pull up the trades that I took today and I'll show you my entries. Here is trade number 2. This isn't number 1. Let me actually do this so I can see. Here's the second trade that we took today. Are you gonna be able to see it? Second trade that we took today, you can see that at this point we're at 843 in profit, but you can see that wick there. I'm sure you can do the math. That would have been about $1,000 profit. Second trade that I took right here, right? I'll even go back to the beginning for you. You can see here we were at about focus. We were about a 1-to-1 here. This was basically the bottom of the move that I ended up catching. Would have been about a 1-to-1. And then here's the winning trade. You can see that I even put in like a SMT line that did not exist. But if we zoom forward here, come on, don't be gay. You can see here that we end up, we put the magnet down. That helped a lot. And then we hit take profit there. And I showed the account. And I was watching Shane Gillis. That's all for today. Mamba out.